Welcome back to Mark's World Podcast. Yeah. Dude, we're actually, if I didn't edit it in yet, we have a theme song now.
And it's pretty hyped by Clever on Spotify.
We're lit. We just came off of a 2-hour and 30-minute podcast with ABJ.
Yep.
ABJ, thank you for coming out, my boy.
That podcast has it all. You hear our story from our wrestling story and like where we ended up. We talked about how we got canceled. It's an important story.
We talk about a lot there,
and a lot about wrestling and our experience in wrestling, and that's why it's Patreon exclusive. You'll still get some clips because it had some really cool moments. You get a lot of moment of clarity when you speak about situations like that.
Yeah,
and I'm just excited. I'm excited that we got to see ABJ. It was a great time.
Haven't seen him in a long time.
We got him to do some crack with us.
You know what? I'm gonna crack one just because
I don't have.
There's no cracks on this podcast, so
I have nothing to crack.
No sizzle. The Anthony.
Oh,
all right.
This has to have a sizzle though. Ready?
Oh, what the fuck? Those are better than. Damn. A little upset.
I don't know if I should drink this. I'll never go back to diet. I'll close it. But it's going to go flat.
You got. Sip it. You'll go back to diet. You got to be mentally strong.
I'm not.
Oh my goodness. This is a new setup, by the way, guys.
Oh yeah. This is nice.
We worked really hard these past couple of days just to figure everything out. Everything is rigged up.
Yep.
I'm just glad. I'm glad that we got it done.
I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, I'm
so that podcast, it took a lot of me. We got a little bit of tears, but
it took a lot out of us, I feel.
But I think I'm ready to talk about wrestling. That podcast isn't a wrestling podcast. It is, but it's on a different level of a wrestling podcast.
The best way I could describe it is a detox.
It's our dark side of the ring.
It was a detox.
Yeah.
Like
we should call it that actually.
Yeah, it is like a detox. That's what we did. We there's so much built up.
Yeah.
Like for all three of us. And I'm not even saying us and like our canceled thing. No, like everybody deals with something. And I feel like if you guys, I don't think we have genuine fans, and I'm sorry if we do. And I'm glad that you guys are fans. But if you're going through something, listening to that podcast, I think you could relate.
Yeah.
You could relate. If you went through anything in your life before, even the names that we may have had discrepancies with, I feel like even if they watched the podcast, you could relate to human feeling, because that's what it was. It was human feeling detox.
It was raw. And Anthony's a guy who's very blunt in what he says. And I think it's so different compared to like us who like we're fresh out of this experience that he's had in the past himself. And it's a real cool, like, I think like if you're a psychology major, you're going to enjoy that podcast.
Oh yeah. You will.
There's just so much good about it. There's so much good. That's gonna be on Patreon, but we are gonna put clips out in the public. You're gonna see that on YouTube Shorts. ABJ will be back, and that will be a public podcast.
And we got a lot done in planning for Mark's World. For Mark's World, we're going to be going to schools. We're going to be going to events to basically show you guys the inside of professional wrestling, whether it be being a fan or trying to become a professional wrestler. And we might name that the series, Trying to Become a Professional Wrestler.
Quick shout outs. I want to give a shout out to our one and only actual Patreon. The other ones, y'all got gifted them, so you ain't getting the shout out today. Dante Randall, thank you for the $5 subscription. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
You've been
thank you so much.
And we haven't done anything with it yet, but it's probably afforded some things on here.
We'll give you this.
Yeah. But thank you so much. Your name will be going up on the wall eventually.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to paint this wall chalkboard, so we could write names up there, and if you don't resubscribe, we're going to take it off.
Oh.
No, I'm playing. No, not really.
Tattooed.
So basically, like one other thing that we are doing, we're going to be doing Match Club reviews. It's Smiley's Match Club review is the first one that we're going to do. Sorry that I'm fading out. Give me 1 second.
We're doing this fresh after a 2.5 hour, and I was ready to go 3:30.
Yeah, no, we could have went for another hour, another 2 hours.
But, we have so much to talk about. That's how good it is being with ABJ sometimes.
And maybe it just gets us excited, you know. But we're gonna produce things that are gonna get you guys excited, like these Match Club reviews. Everything that we're gonna be doing is gonna be great.
And now, shout outs to the wrestlers in the community that have been reaching out to us. Big shout out to Smiley, who graciously sent over a lot of like cool things that we could look at.
Smiley versus Ricochet
is coming soon.
That's probably gonna be the one that we review.
That's gonna be a public one, and then any of the other ones that we put, that's going on our Patreon. So if you do want to learn more about the independent scene, that's a big Patreon series, I think.
Yeah.
Where you want to learn more about independence on a different level, and like us watching these local shows. It's gonna take us a lot more. It's gonna cost us time and money.
Mark's World is gonna be coming to Mark's World. It's not gonna be WWE World.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about AEW. I did eventually go back and watch some of the Double or Nothing episode matches. I recommend watching Speedball Mike Bailey versus Kazuchika Okada. That's been a match that has had the internet on fire. Hangman versus Will Ospreay. I'm not a big Hangman fan. Outperformed himself.
You know what I'll do for you guys? TNA. It's Trick Willie. Are you silly?
Hey. But let's move right into our stuff because once again, we did a 2.5 hour podcast and we don't know how long this one's going to take, but we're going to get into SmackDown, the whole weekend that we just had with wrestling because wrestling had a big weekend.
Yeah.
We just mentioned Double or Nothing. We won't be talking about that here because I didn't watch the whole thing and I'm not experienced enough to comment on some things.
I didn't really watch Battleground too much. What I just said to you guys is the thing.
Yep.
Trick Willie, are you silly?
So we're gonna start off with WWE SmackDown,
It was probably the first. Yeah,
okay.
The first match was Charlotte Flair
versus Julia versus Selena Vega.
Yep, and Charlotte Flair got me mad. There was that one spot where she's supposed to like twist her neck for Julia, and she doesn't at all. She just Charlotte Hogan.
I don't know what's going on.
Hogan.
I started this podcast glazing the shit out of Charlotte Flair.
The thing is, this next run, I really do feel like she's so scared to get hurt.
Maybe. And she has a big background in that kind of thing, but you're hurting the product. You're hurting the people in the ring.
Put these girls over. Julia's first match on SmackDown should have been her going way over. And I'm not talking about like
why is Zelina Vega the one getting pinned in that situation? That's your U.S. Women's Champion.
Zelina Vega needs to drop the belt. Even though, like, I'm big LWO. You want to stop repping it? I'm done repping you. You don't want to rep LWO? Get out of here. You're not part of Mark's World. You're not part of the lore.
Well, she could be a part of Mark's World still.
No. No, because that's 619.
Yeah, right. Never mind. Fuck you. Eddie would be mad. Eddie would be mad.
Eddie would never let me hit a 619 like that.
Eddie taught me how to 619.
Is he still standing up? I don't know.
I'm still standing.
You
know that later. Let's keep talking on this.
So we'll go. Julia had an amazing performance aside from people not selling for her.
She's getting over with the crowd.
She is over. Her gear is good. I'm so glad to see her in the Money in the Bank.
What's cool about her gear is usually when like the women's wrestlers, like the Japanese ones or Japanese wrestlers in general, they have such intricate gear.
I didn't know she was Japanese until SmackDown.
What do you think she was?
Hispanic.
She could pass. Actually, I don't even think she's Japanese. She might be something else, and she trained in them.
Maybe
we'll have to look it up. But she just keeps that look, and like that's one thing Japan has over anybody: their gear and their entrances.
I like Mexico stuff too. Mexico has really nice.
Well, they hand in hand.
Yeah, they do.
That's why they mesh so well together. That match is okay. I actually did kind of enjoy it. Charlotte needs to step it up.
I actually didn't really care for Chris Sabin versus Tommaso Ciampa. So I'm not even really going to speak on it because it is one match that I really did look away for. And I understand the beef, and I love SmackDown's tag division, and I know it furthers it by going in solo comp and having those matches.
I have a hot take.
Go ahead.
Neither Motor City Machine Gun have wowed me since they've debuted in WWE at all. They've been the most uncharismatic team I've ever seen.
How about we face you for those tag team championships?
If DIY has found a way to get themselves over again. At least I believe so. It's not as hot.
DIY is over for me. I really like DIY's work.
I love them as heels.
They had this promo where they have the light swinging in the background.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there, and Gargano is such a little chicken shit.
He's so good at it.
He's such a little chicken shit.
It's so different than his babyface persona, how he did that complete flip.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? It's that he's this nerd that likes superheroes and supervillains, and like you could just tell who he takes his inspirations from and who he pulls from.
He's super cool. Chicken shit, bro.
Yeah,
he's super chicken shit. They go. Maybe this was weeks ago, but this was my favorite thing. They go and like jump Motor City Machine. No, they jump Fraxium and Motor City Machine Guns, and they like are blaming them for taking the match with Street Profits while they were injured.
Yeah,
and he was like, only some lowlifes would do that. And I was like, they just got out of the match, and you just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah,
he's like, only some lowlifes would do that.
Overall, though, Tommaso Ciampa, I think, is still one of the most underrated in-ring performers on the planet today. And like his work in general, like he's a really good heel. Yeah, I just think I know they could do better. I've seen them do better. And maybe it's time to really look at the situation that WWE sports entertainment isn't the same as pro wrestling.
No, it's not.
And if you want to sell shirts, you got to sell them. You got to give them something worth buying.
Yeah, and I hate that they come out like they're 18 years old with like that hoodie with the spikes on it.
It was cool. It was cool for the moment.
I don't like it. You guys are too old.
I like their gear.
That.
Secret Hervis versus Michin and B-Fab.
Okay, it was a decent little match. It's also something that I wasn't too excited for, but Chelsea's Green's work on the outside. I know Piper's good. I know Alba Fire's good. The world revolves around Chelsea Green.
It's so hard being in her shadow. She
is my favorite woman's gimmick in WWE right now.
She's
Ripley.
She's WWE's Toni Storm.
Rhea Ripley is falling off a little bit for me gimmick wise.
But she's
such a draw.
It happens to all their women's wrestlers because they have to push whatever like big draw women's they have because they need to make the money off of them. Becky Lynch had the same issue happen to her where she just got pushed. It's the Cena effect where like, the crowd's,
it
gets to a point.
I think Becky Lynch is doing her best work right now.
I agree.
Her best work.
I agree. I've said this multiple times. I am fully behind this current Becky run. And I wasn't at first. I wasn't. The Liar Valkyrie feud, and it continued on Raw, and I'm excited.
They were coming at each other's boyfriends.
Yeah, it was
your little lame boyfriend. Yeah. He's like, the only talent you have is your man's. And I was like, yo.
They're cooking. And Lyra's improving because of it. This is what vets are supposed to do. And Becky, and like, she's done a good job of doing that for this.
The next match is the one of the night, I really do feel. I feel like Jacob Fatu and JC Mateo versus Jimmy Uso and Rey Fenix. Oh, it was so good.
I think JC Mateo needed this one too.
Yeah, and he came out with the new gear. Yep. He came out with like a different type of vibe. I like Solo's work backstage where he it's just so funny. Solo is my favorite part of SmackDown.
He's so funny. He's entertaining.
And he
and then when he gets serious, he gets serious.
He has come to like he is the best part of SmackDown for me every single week.
Someone made a point, Rey Fenix just got here and he's already involved in bloodline bullshit.
He's already in the vortex.
Yeah, he's already been sucked in. It's cool that he's a part of this.
You know why though? You know why he is? Because he's probably the best in-ring guy on SmackDown right now. He's
elevating people. That's always been the case. Like in Lucha Underground, I always thought Phoenix was the best of the two of the Lucha Bros.
He is.
And but Pensa's such a good heel. When he's a heel wrestler, he's different. But I really believe that Phoenix has potential to be what they want it. Also, Dragon Lee, we'll get to him later, but Phoenix has potential to be what they want it for, the next Rey Mysterio vibe to be. And Phoenix is good. You can't even call him the next Rey Mysterio. He's the first Phoenix.
Yeah, he is.
Phoenix. He's so good.
You know what's funny? Shayna can't tell them apart.
Rey Mysterio and Phoenix?
Nope.
Oh, that's good.
No, we should hate. Let's hate on her a little bit. Their masks are so different. Their builds are so different.
Their gear is very different too.
Yeah, but she's like, how could you tell which one's which? I'm like, I'm hating.
Do you think she looks at you and she's like, Alberto Del Rio?
I've been thinking about getting the gold trunks.
The gold trunks are nice. You had the gold look for a minute when you first started those shorts.
And it wasn't bad. It goes good with my skin complexion.
I always thought you should have got biker shorts.
Biker shorts?
Like
I wore the ones that Andy Header left there, I guess, or whatever it may have been. They fit they make me have really bad love handles.
Yeah, I get it.
So it's like
everyone who wore those got that though.
Yeah, that's why I was like, no, I won't do that. But
gold tights maybe. Have you ever looked at Zack Ryder's one pant leg gear?
Yeah.
I think
Humberto wears that.
Yeah,
I think bro, that shit's so fucking fly. Yeah. We're trying to speed through this. It's going to be definitely a shorter podcast today because we just got done talking for so long.
Yep.
This is like basically hour 3 of us talking. So
we're in the thick of it.
R-Truth comes out and cuts a nasty promo. Nasty promo.
He's showing why, he's the vet he is, and he's as good as he is, and he's just been on fire.
Yeah, no, he really has been.
Fire.
Here, I'm going to do this real quick, even though it's stepping on your toes. Just so when you turn.
Thanks, man.
Then it stays in, because I hear it fade.
Man.
No, I didn't want to step on your toes.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Eddie.
Eddie always watched my back.
Eddie always put mics up.
Get out of my fucking head, Eddie!
Eddie! Eddie, please. I'm done with the bit.
Give me Kane real quick.
The wonder of the world is gone. Eddie always liked my singing.
God.
Eddie this,
we
Eddie
won't
that.
stop
My own
this.
son. My own son likes Eddie. But you know who Eddie doesn't like? Me, apparently. He left me with all this weight. All this weight.
Chavo ran through all that.
Eddie!
Daddy! Get out of my fucking head!
Back to R-Truth. He had a really banger promo. He was like, "This isn't John Cena." Someone and like he was bringing out and I need to see it in him and stuff like that.
Yeah,
which paid off a lot.
It was basically like Superman gone bad. And
Yeah.
it's like, I see the good of Superman.
Yeah.
I do see the person that has saved our city a million times under there. And if I have to beat his ass for that guy to come out, that's what I'm going to do. We'll get into Saturday night's main event.
LA Knight versus Aleister Black versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Your eye roll did it. Remember the last podcast, you rolled your eyes for the first time thinking LA Knight was going to win? And I
Yeah.
told you he was going to win.
Yeah. But
Aleister Black.
can I just say, very few people could bring stuff out of Shinsuke these days. Aleister Black's one of those guys that are going to bring that shit out of Shinsuke.
Bro.
Shinsuke, for some reason, in these multi-man matches, he's been like, he steps out. Even like back when he was, they did that, North America, this is back when they did SmackDown versus Raw versus NXT. They did Roderick Strong versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. Insane.
He brings it out of AJ Styles.
Insane triple threat.
Bro, that's just Shinsuke and AJ Styles.
Oh, but Roderick Strong?
Well, imagine being in that match. You have to step it up.
So Roddy and Shinsuke they had like
Storyline.
chemistry from Ring of Honor. They used to work.
Oh, wow.
All three of them have chemistry together.
Dude, it was a good match. It was a good match. And I wasn't that interested in...
I will say, the match itself, it was okay. I'm not going to sit here and say, this was fantastic. It was good.
Aleister can move.
Yeah, everyone was like, he's going to come back and he's not in his prime like he was. No, he's still fucking kicking
He
ass.
can move, dude.
He hasn't slowed down.
He's sinister.
He hasn't. I think his one day a black mask is going to come after that.
Yo, I just forgot.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Right.
Hold on. Talk about something. Talk about Aleister, please.
Aleister. He's no Eddie.
I remember Aleister.
Oh, shit.
What happened?
I don't know. It was Aleister Black.
I knew
We
he
can
was
do
coming.
that every time we
I
hit
knew
that
he was
shit.
coming. I knew he was coming.
That is aura. That's aura. Wait, can you do the Rey Mysterio Kane thing one more time?
The wonder of the world is gone.
Oh my goodness. Good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
I think LA Knight, if they're gonna put him in it, I know he's not winning. I know it's gonna
No,
be sad.
the thing is-
but, like, if they're gonna put him in it and not have him win again, then why are we putting him in it?
I understand why. Because Jacob Fatu was just told that he's going to be in the match as well. He's having that little beef with Boof instead of like feud and beef together. He's
I'm a little boofed.
with Solo Sikoa. LA Knight's involved in that beef. So 3 men that are so already like, they're already like preoccupied.
Yeah.
It's going to give that chance for Seth to win.
Yeah, I get it.
I understand it. And I think it's really good that you guys are progressing storylines because that's going to progress to SummerSlam.
I do miss when the winner was actually unpredictable for Money in the Bank.
Seth isn't going to win, but I'm going to pitch that he's going to win just so I'm not
Who do you
wrong.
think is gonna win?
The next person who qualifies.
Solo.
Solo's already in.
I know.
Solo.
Love you, Solo.
Now you used to say it. That's the first time he said that in 6 months. That shit had to be rolling. Because when he got told he was going to be in the Money in the Bank, he was like, I love you, Solo. And he starts walking away, and JC's like, oh no. And then he's like, don't worry about it. It's the first time he said that in 6 months.
They're the best, bro.
He's really good. He's really good.
All right, what's next?
I think it's the ending. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Street Profits versus Fraxium.
Dun, 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 dun,
The
dun,
wonder
dun,
of the
dun,
world is gone.
Wait, I forgot how Bray Wyatt's theme went.
dun, dun, throw it away.
Just look at the can't you
Oh,
fly?
No, I like the newest one.
I don't think I'll have to listen to it later.
Throw it away.
But I liked it a lot,
Dude,
The match was good too.
the match
They
was
were
really good.
cooking.
And
They
they
needed this because they've been.
all of the things that
Little
I was
something.
saying about them went out the window. Like how they're going too fast. No, they found their pacing. Street Profits was ready
I think
for
they were
it.
just new to the main roster, and
That's
new
all
with
it
these
was.
guys. Street Profits are finally I feel like they kept up.
Yo,
so well.
Angelo Dawkins cut
Every
a fucking
time,
promo, bro.
Every time
he cut
he's coming out and shocking us.
Bro, he cut that promo like a champ, and then the way he grilled the freaking camera after, I was like, oh,
I like.
you know
their new
what?
vibe.
He's better on the mic than freaking Montez Ford.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until just now.
It's you know what it is, bro. Because I've had a little bit of this too. It's that big boy syndrome. We get outshined a lot,
Bro,
We need a lot to
he
hold
ma-
us up,
he made up for it big time. Big time.
but nobody floats better than us.
Bro, he did so well.
He did
I'm
better-
so
he
happy
did
for
out.
him.
He is undoubtedly he's what holds a lot of stuff together when he needs to be.
You know what I like? That the Wyatt Six isn't targeting one person; they're targeting the whole tag division.
It felt good,
Dude.
It felt good.
It
I
makes so much
wonder-
sense.
and I'm glad that they're doing something again. I missed them.
Mm-hmm.
I missed the Wyatt Six. I was so excited when they debuted and they killed Chad Gable.
Yeah.
He was dead. He was dead. Now he's back due to the grace of
Triple
El
H was
Grande
like,
Americano.
people like to book their own stuff. Supposedly Chad Gable's dead, but but that was it for SmackDown. We are speed running this.
Yeah. We'll probably have a little bit more to say about the other shows just because I watched them a bit more thoroughly. I actually didn't watch Saturday Night Main Event.
Shut
fully.
up.
Not fully. I watched it through clips.
Okay, I will talk about Saturday Night's Main
Yeah,
Event.
no, we can talk about it because I watched a lot of it, but I didn't I watched it through clips.
Yeah, but you saw everything important.
Yep.
Okay.
CM Punk and Sammy. Crazy that it's opened. CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
It just started to pick up. It just started getting going.
This is a pattern now, and it's kind of pissing me off. And I wonder what the common denominator.
There was the
is.
haluva kick, and then there was
What
the
is
freaking.
the common denominator that Seth Rollins and Sammy are constantly doing this kind of shit?
I don't know, but the thing is, the match got really good.
Yeah, that's
it
what
got really
always
good.
happens.
And then, boom, the tsunami hits. Whoa. Dude, okay, I'm not someone who's going to be like, oh, but what about their beef? It makes complete sense. The guy who was
Absolutely, yeah.
able to beat the crap out of you, grab him,
Paul
and
Heyman
put
did
him
a
under
great
your
job
wing.
of piecing
Yes, he
it
did.
together on
And
Raw.
I want to talk about that a little bit more. But just he goes after he hits CM Punk through the barricade, he
Yeah.
tightens his tie. So it's like you know that he was in on it. It just seemed like the only person who wasn't in on it was Braun Breaker, which makes sense because he's the young guy. It's like I understand it.
Here's my prediction. Give it like 3 months. Those are your next Raw Tag Team Champions.
It better be. It better be. Bro, Seth running around with that briefcase is going to be hell. It's going to be hell.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hell for Jey Uso. John Cena, you better watch out because there ain't no stopping those boys. There isn't no stopping those boys.
Very intrigued with Cena and Jay right now.
Yeah,
I wonder if this is building up to like, because, Crown Jewel and they did the big thing.
Probably.
But it was nice. It was interesting. Am I a fan of the match that we're getting out of it? Not
You
really.
better be.
I'm not.
Jey Uso has nonstop. Okay, let's keep going.
No, not Jey Uso. It's not Jey Uso I have the problem with. Logan Paul feels random in a match in like Money in the Bank with John Cena. And I haven't had an issue with some of his matches recently. I just feel like he hasn't delivered. Maybe in ring, he's been okay. I thought the match with Uso was pretty boring.
Oh, stop.
I really didn't enjoy it
stop
too
it.
much. I didn't enjoy it too much.
Go to- we'll talk about that
Jay's
one.
performance has been really solid. Like, I've enjoyed his end of pro wrestling.
This next match is the one that I want to.
Yeah.
I want to deliver like a little. It's going to be touch. I'm going to touch it real quick. Zelina Vega needs to lose the belt.
Yeah.
She needs to lose the belt Chelsea Green outperformed her in that match by a lot. By like
She's so good.
by like a
She should have never
country
dropped
mile.
the belt.
No, she should have never dropped the belt. And I think this was like basically saying that Chelsea Green's not going to get another shot. And it really upsets me because she is the U.S. champion.
Maybe she's moving up.
She makes that. She better be.
She should be the. She should
I'm
be the
done.
women's champ.
I'm done with y'all acting like Chelsea Green isn't one of the best on the roster.
Who's saying that?
I'm sick, bro. It's just the way that she's presented.
Yeah,
It's the way that it's no one's saying it because I don't think anybody disagrees with me.
she's so good.
She is very good.
So good. I think Zelina has not lived up to what she needed to live up to.
No.
And she's constantly getting outperformed, outshined in like matches where like that's her spotlight.
Every
And you can say
performance,
you
every
can say what you want about
performance
the
tells
booking.
me.
Yeah. You can say what you want about the booking of the situation, but she's been given time. And like she hasn't been given time in the past, and this was her time to take that. And she's taken it, and she's been sloppy.
And she's not done any favors either.
Yeah,
other than having that belt on her, she's not done any favors.
Her charisma isn't really great either.
No. And how do you have the belt on her and nobody even knows her theme music when she comes out? It just sounds like SmackDown's music. And that botch 619 that busted Chelsea open, that wasn't necessary. Commit to your move and do it. And do it. I maybe Chelsea's hands weren't up and she was scared, but then you gave her a kick to the face.
It was a bad 619.
It was bad. It was
she like
bad.
slipped. I don't know. No. The real main event.
No, now this match had the exact pacing it needed, had the exact storyline it needed. It did everything that I wanted it to. So we get John Cena comes out and he does his little thing. He comes with the thing backwards, and then we have Ron Cena come out all in John Cena's merch. Yeah. He comes storming down to the ring, hitting the ropes just like John Cena.
It's so crazy how he's like perfectly mocking him.
No, he does it better than him.
Yeah. Do you remember? I'm not sure if you were watching at the time when he won a Fatal 4-Way to win the United States Championship, and he was using only Cena's moveset, and he was putting on bangers, like bangers. Like I can't even like. Like he was cooking. He had matches with Samoa Joe. Insane.
I like when they wrestled the Judgment Day at the Raw after Mania for WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
And he just used John Cena's moveset, and then John Cena came out to help him, The Miz.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
No, but and then in this match, John Cena gets his 3 moves of doom. R-Truth gets all 5, throws him the STF.
Yeah.
It's just a good spot. He grabs the rope, powders out, goes to grab the title. There's that sense of hope that John Cena's not going to hit him. He gives the belt to the ref.
R-Truth's eye. He's like, yes.
Yeah,
you're like, my hero, John Cena.
Kicks him
right in the nose.
Whoa.
Right in the dick.
Hits him with the AA. There's the match.
Yep.
Good match.
His little truths, his little jimmies.
You know what? Actually, what the fuck? Oh shit, that was really good actually. They like that one.
Thank you. You're all nights, literally.
Yeah. So after that match, then we got that promo in the back with Jey Uso and John Cena, I believe, and he basically says, "Last time I saw your ass, I threw your ass out the window at the Royal Rumble." And then he was like, "Yeah, could you imagine this if I ruin wrestling and then when I walk away from wrestling, Logan Paul, a YouTuber, is your champion? Wouldn't that really ruin wrestling?" And I was like, God damn. And it was so, that's what made me buy it.
Yeah.
But we'll go into Drew McIntyre's match real quick.
So you can understand that he was hurt.
Yeah. No, he's hurt. It was definitely less, and everybody's been saying this, it's not my opinion, but I 100% agree with it. The reason that it wasn't a cage match feel is because it was on NBC. There's commercial breaks. You're not allowed to get that gritty. But I'm very surprised that they hit the concerto. And that's going to write off.
It sucks that he has to keep getting written off. It sucks.
He's always written off, right?
Always. It's so unfortunate. He steps up big, and then like stuff like this happen.
I thought Drew McIntyre should have won that match, but I understand why he didn't.
He needed to. I'm pretty sure it was like in the books for him to win it because Priest won the last one, right?
No. McIntyre won at WrestleMania, right? Was it at Mania or Backlash?
I could have sworn they did another one.
I don't remember.
No, it was they had the match with.
Yeah. So it was actually at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And it was good. I'm kind of sick of it, but the thing is, I get it. There needed to be a conclusion, and Drew McIntyre needed to win. Mm-hmm. The cards just didn't fall in his hand the right way, and that sucks. Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. Jey Uso flew out to Puerto Rico to train with Logan Paul to rehearse this match.
Where'd you hear that?
You saw it all over.
Really? I don't watch.
So you saw that on his story, he was in Puerto Rico, and insider reports, they said that he was over there because he's taking it really seriously. His title run, he's taking it super seriously.
You could tell.
Yeah. And
tell.
he went out there and he went to Logan Paul's training facility, which is basically just his house, and they rehearsed the match.
So much
which,
money.
Bro, I bet Logan paid for it, or at least WWE did.
Absolutely.
So
They probably sent him the ring, and he paid for everything else.
Yeah. And, dude, it just makes so much sense that, like, it was a good match. It wasn't, to me, I know some people maybe don't like it that much, but I think you were able to tell that they put work in to get that match going. And that lion salt, that freaking Logan Paul hits, it's just so clean.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it onto Jey Uso's knees. Like, he's not scared to, like, take the spot, too. Everything was good. John Cena.
It didn't feel world championship to me.
To me, it did.
The match, like, I feel like there's a moment in, like, a world title match where, like, you sit there and, like, you get the big match feel. Big match feel.
I didn't until
I haven't had it for, like, the entirety, like, because Jay's so involved with everything. And, like, that's kind of like his reign is like a reign of chaos, which is really cool. But it sucks because it's everything that he's doing with Logan, even though, like, this is, like, supposed to be, like, a little bit of a bigger feud. Oh, that's cool.
Not really, but
Cool. I think I just think it's a bigger feud, and well, it was meant to be, and I just thought the build up to it didn't make it feel big. I think Gunther did a better job of building it than anything.
I could definitely get behind that. It didn't feel,
and then, like,
the build
during the match, like,
the build kind of killed it.
It did for me.
And
it's so hard because, like, Logan has had these big field matches. He has,
and they built up to them pretty well.
I won't deny them. Like, even, like, I'm not a big fan of the Reigns match, but there was a feel there because everyone was like, "No way."
You ever like do a connect the dots and you accidentally fuck up? That's kind of how it felt. Like,
yeah,
like, oh, we went off track here, but we could still want to make the picture. But you're always going to see that piece.
Gunther just knew how to draw, so he didn't need to connect the dots.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
He didn't have to.
Yeah.
But I really did enjoy this match. I jumped up out of my seat because I go, oh no, Logan Paul's going to win. Logan Paul's about to win. John Cena came out and fucking pulled the ref out, started beating down on Jey Uso, and I was like, oh no. And I go, this is actually going to happen. This is Cody Rhodes.
Bro, I don't think the crowd got lit enough. And, like, the crowd was pretty nice.
Adrenaline.
In my soul.
Cody Raheem Rhodes.
Whoa.
I'm so happy Cody's back. And no, I don't think anybody has said this yet. Cody was looking jacked.
Yeah.
When he goes to pull Jey Uso up, his bicep is just bicepping.
I like when he wears that jacket he wears. Like, it's like the old school.
Oh, yeah.
Like
the windbreaker, like a sports jacket.
Yeah, I like those jackets, and it looks good on him.
No, it does.
Like, he looks a lot like his dad and his older brother.
Yeah. But when he took it off and he had the cutoff on, his biceps are just bicepping, brother.
Bro, they gotta have something. They gotta have something.
They have to. I think
you don't get how Styles lost it. Like, I don't know what happened. He had something crazy. I've never seen a guy look like Styles when he was at that.
No, WrestleMania 40, jacked up. I will say that it definitely feels rushed, and this is basically like WWE paying the price for having so many PLEs in the summer.
I'll tell you what it is. It's TKO.
Yeah,
this merger has been all business, no wrestling. And it's been hurting me recently. As a wrestling fan, I see so much of it. Where
I like it, and then I don't like it. I like I like everything we're getting out of it.
But look what it does to the scene.
The thing that's bothering me is that they're rushing, and like you don't come out and say you got a partner. I'm gonna tag with Jey Uso, Money in the Bank. It's like, damn, holy shit. I
was having this conversation with my friend yesterday, and I'm like, you know what's crazy about the '60s and like now. And it's not about wrestling. We were just talking about inventions and stuff because we were nerding out. And we were like, in the 60s, people weren't scared to invent because they weren't inventing for a brand. And they didn't have a design idea to follow. They just did. We wouldn't have the Wright brothers if two drunk brothers were like, bro, what if we fucking flew?
Right.
And like we wouldn't have microwaves. And people were like, bro, I really don't want to spend time cooking this. Like people were able to be creative. And WWE has gone through this phase now where I feel like we're in the Coca-Cola area.
Yeah,
right now,
it's not creative.
Like the new commercials, they feel artificial. They feel like, and that's kind of how I felt with Logan Paul's acting recently, where like I liked his initial acting better. Like his feud with LA Knight was good.
It's even affecting Seth Rollins' faction.
It is. I thought Monday Night Raw was kind of soured.
I liked Monday Night Raw. I went back and watched it last night, even though I didn't watch it live, but I did watch the main event live. Loved the main event, even though it didn't pick up until the end. I loved the main event.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, and Seth Rollins is my GOAT. And Miz came out and said this. He was like, I know everybody wants to talk about John Cena, but I think when it's all said and done and Rollins hangs him up, he's deep in that conversation.
He is.
He
has to be.
And the thing is, I don't think people really
realize
that.
We're living through the era where he's becoming Randy, right? In the Cena, like the Roman Rollins is going to be the Cena.
And Randy's better than Cena.
Yeah.
It's just, I understand
Rollins
why.
is better than Roman.
Yeah, and I understand why Randy, but he is a lot of people's goats.
But now he is.
Yeah.
You would have asked a couple. Randy now gets respect from everyone.
Yeah.
I think Rollins, it's sad that it happens once you're getting close to hanging him up. It's sad. Edge and Christian said this on their podcast once, and I think I mentioned it on here. Rey Mysterio will never go down as like, he won't get enough respect until he's gone. And it's testament to.
Have you ever thought about how you're going to feel the day that Rey retires?
Yeah, I have. I thought it was going to be the Dom match. And
I'm going to cry.
Yeah,
that's one that's actually going to make me cry. I only cried twice.
I don't think I'm going to be too upset with Cena. Like I thought I was going to like.
No, I thought I was going to. I tried to cry for it.
Yeah,
I tried to cry when he's announcing it.
I couldn't.
Maybe he gets us at the end, but honestly, I've never been that big of a Cena guy.
Yeah, that's me too. And
so
it's because of guys like Ray. Like Ray made me anti-Cena, and like
I was in Pittsburgh when he got announced for the Hall of Fame. I felt it right then. I was like, oh no, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no, oh no, oh no, because that could mean.
and he's still getting hurt now, and you could see it. You could see it's a sign of the times. It's a very good song.
He's getting what he deserves though, because what he did to Dominic.
I love that Lucha's finally evolving in wrestling, and it's not just Rey Mysterio.
You know what? Yeah, and he did it.
It took so much.
You know what screams at the Worlds Collide poster, because he's hurt and I don't even think he's announced for it, but he is the reason the Worlds Collide. He's the reason.
He's
him
that guy.
And Eddie.
Eddie, I know you're looking after me. And fucking stop. I'm sick of it.
Get out of my head, Eddie.
I don't want to do another 2K read.
We're gonna do a bit.
Eddie, don't tell him.
All right.
Don't tell him.
So the one thing I want to talk about Saturday night's main event, freaking Jesse the Body Ventura.
I love him.
He's great.
I love him.
Everybody was so like mad about it.
He reminds me of my grandfather.
I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
What the? You could just leave from the door?
Yeah.
What a coward's way out. You should have had a limousine waiting for you.
He's always had that, like, he looks at wrestling so different.
Yeah, and Pat and Michael Cole didn't want to hear it. They kept just...
He's so annoying sometimes, Michael Cole. And, like, I always support Michael Cole as, like, he needs to get his flowers. All right, we've given him so many flowers now because now he's got the JR effect.
He's feeling himself.
The JR effect.
Yeah, no,
JR was one of the best commentators of all time. I haven't enjoyed a single call of his in a long time.
No.
I hope he heals up nicely. I know he got diagnosed with cancer again recently. I know he's gonna kick its ass again because he's done it in the past.
He's that dude.
By God, JR, kill cancer. By God.
But we'll get into Raw and then we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
We're working, guys. We're working.
Going smooth. It's going smooth. All right, we kicked off with the promo with Seth's faction, and we
started off because I gotta grab something from the door.
We talked about how people were upset with like the Bronson situation and how people were kind of upset with it. And I mentioned earlier that like Paul Heyman does such a good job of like making things make sense. And you don't really get that in wrestling sometimes, or like they're like, oh, even if it doesn't make sense, you just kind of got to deal with it. But no, he made it make sense. The same way he makes like the whole triple threat make sense. And this whole faction existing like adds on to how good a testament of, you can hear the garage door opening actually. But basically, Heyman's like, of course he's gonna have him on the faction. He kicked Seth Rollins' ass, which is crazy. He was violating Rollins right there. He was like, he's 6 times he whooped his ass over and over, and Rollins is smiling. He's like, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, it was a good way to introduce Bronson. We talked about it earlier. Breaker's like feeling in this is really crazy because he's the young guy, so he gets left out of all like the big plays, and I think that's really interesting. I don't know. I hope they need to stop hinting at stuff so early Because if you're gonna do something long term, don't hint at it. That was probably my biggest issue with like some of the feuds over the past few years, where like they hinted at stuff for so long, like the Judgment Day break. It took forever, and it hurt so many people that were a part of that product. Damian Priest's World Championship run, for example. So I hope they're not prematurely doing things, because you got to give this faction time to simmer, let everyone time to cook, and that's kind of what I hope is going on. But I'm already feeling things that I don't want to feel, because later on in the night, I wasn't really happy with I don't know. It's just there's eye rolling moments already, and it's kind of annoying. Like, it's so different because like the Shield used to do this all the time. It wasn't eye rolling moments. It was like fuck, because you know your guy is not gonna win now. But like with this, it was different. It was just like oh.
So I feel the complete opposite way. Just if I caught the tail end of what you were saying, I'm absorbed into it, and I'm loving every second of it, especially the main event. Like, I just like them being there. Yeah. I like their evolution type feel, and that's people try to compare it to the Shield. This is not the Shield.
No,
this is evolution.
Yeah,
and it's good. And the way Paul Heyman put it over.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah,
the way he put both of them over, and
it makes things make sense.
And Rollins doesn't need to be put over.
I was just talking about like he was, he just kept like dissing Rollins.
Yeah, no,
and he whooped Seth Rollins' ass.
He gave him the worst beating
of his life,
and it makes
Rollins is just.
It makes
he did.
It makes it makes it make sense.
Yes, and I was just saying how like this like Heyman's been like working double to like, because usually in wrestling we don't get that where people want to make things make sense. They're like, well, if you don't like it, don't fuck with it. I don't care. And like that's what the booking's been for a while. Like that whole 2018 era was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nice to see Heyman having the creative freedom to do things like this, and it helps out with weekly wrestling, because weekly wrestling is a bore sometimes to get.
Yeah, it is. But I
Heyman
love this episode.
I don't. It's not that like I don't love the faction, because I do. It's more so that like
it might take time.
There's pacing.
There has to be things that you love about it.
Yeah, I was just saying that like I'm tired of them hinting at things so early, like the Breaker stuff. Like chill on it.
Really?
It's too early.
I feel like he's putting them over.
He is, but it's gonna last years. This faction.
I hope so.
It is the same way the Bloodline lasted years, and
I hope so.
But like they hint at things so early on, and it's annoying because
I get where you're
getting to the beats too quickly, I think. And I think like we really need to let this one simmer and like let it cook, because it was cooking. Like the room smelled so good. Like,
I'm still on board, big on board.
I'm on board. It's just I don't want to be rolling my eyes so early.
Nothing has bothered me yet.
Okay.
So at least from my perspective, I might be blinded by Seth Rollins goggles, but I really like Seth Rollins.
Did you just leave to go put that on?
A lot of it. No. Yeah, I had to. This is the match of the night.
Oh yeah, probably match like the WWE's matches of them.
Chad Gable died like 5 times in that match.
There was a real scary spot.
That scorpion, almost like pile driver,
and it's because Penta like loosened up his grip a bit, and Gable slipped down. And Penta
Gable tucked his head this way though,
because he slipped down. And when he slipped down, I guess Gable went like this, and it's bad.
He could have took it on his shoulders though.
He could have. I guess you don't know in the moment, but it was rough.
Dude, it looked disgusting.
Dragon Lee needs more love.
Dude, no.
Book him.
When Dragon Lee got freaking lifted up into the air and suplexed
into the... He's so fucking good, bro. He's so fucking good.
That was scary. He almost died.
He always almost died.
And then he leaps into the announce table. Almost got into the crowd.
He's so fucking good. And I'm so tired of like us. Like I don't know why they decide to forget about him. And like you bring Phoenix in and you talk about how good Phoenix is. I like Dragon Lee a bit more because he's a little different than just the flippers. He's so good at everything.
Dude, and Penta was hitting hard this match.
Penta, this is the Penta I was missing.
He was hitting hard, bro.
Eddie would have liked this Penta.
Eddie did love Penta. A little more than he liked me, and it really grinds my gears.
Fuck you, Penta.
For real.
What a banger. What a banger. The Viking Go spot interference, my big takeaway from this match that hurts it was a bit later on where they announced Gable versus Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship.
Vikingo kicks him in the face and busts him open.
Oh yeah,
Gable's gonna kick his ass.
I think he might win the belt. But Vikingo.
So you know what I feel? I feel that Chad Gable's gonna say he can't make it,
and it's gonna be El Grande Americano.
Yes,
and he does a run in AAA.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I just don't like that they announced the title match before the title actually changed hands.
It's fucked.
It's messed up. You're hurting their product.
A lot.
You're hurting their product. This is my issue.
That's the TKO issue.
This has always been my issue where it's like when I was talking about it earlier where like it's like when a mom and pop shop starts opening up a bunch of locations and all of a sudden the attitudes aren't as friendly. The food isn't as well cooked and it's not made with the same amount of love. Some of the workers aren't great and it gets to a point. It gets to a point where we're seeing it I like the TNA stuff. People are upset.
Bro.
Because I think it just continues adding prestige. Shawn Michaels was holding the fucking TNA World Heavyweight Championship and everyone's saying the prestige is ruined. Absolutely not. He was holding that shit like a prize.
Yeah.
Like a fucking prize. You don't see that.
And I'm not going to say that Trick Williams is the best wrestler because he's
going to be a damn fucking good heel world champion.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted from his NXT title run. And that's why I didn't like his NXT title run. It wasn't legit. It didn't feel good.
No.
This feels good.
It is Trick Williams.
His heel work has been great.
I think he could.
It's been great.
He's going to be good. He's going to be really good. And I'm excited for him.
I just want him to actively be on TNA.
You know what I want? I want him to lean more into a Batista vibe.
What do you mean?
Like he's a little bit like high flyer almost. And I'm not saying high flyer, but like jumping around the ring, he doesn't need it. He needs to be a powerhouse. And I think he's a damn football player.
That's why, but like I get what you mean.
He could be a good heel with that powerhouse shit.
There's certain people that need to be powerhouses, and I feel like he doesn't have the build to be a powerhouse.
Yes, he does.
No, but like you got to get it. When I saw Batista wasn't just like the lanky. Like that's the thing. Trick has this lankiness, and like that's why I like his big boots and stuff like that. That's good powerhouse.
Well, Booker
work.
T. He's Booker. He could be Booker T.
He needs to study prime Booker T.
But Booker T just moves so much better than him.
But that's because it's Booker T. Booker T was
that's why it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the dad.
He's really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man. He's great.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Liv Morgan is back. Akira Tozawa versus Rusev.
The only thing I liked about this is Sheamus coming out and staring him down. That was gas. Just bury Akira, I guess. The fuck.
They were doing it anyways. It sucks because it happened right after Gunther gave him that banger of a match.
Mm-hmm. And he got none of that in this match at all. It was rushed.
Sheamus versus Rusev is going to be a fucking
big meaty men slapping me.
Oh yeah.
We can move on. Oh, okay. Roxanne comes over with the platter of nuggies, and Dom's like, "Sure, don't mind if I do." And then
I was fucking with this whole.
She was like,
going on.
"Oh, your shoulder, it's so tight." And like, let me get that for you. And she's like, "I'm back." And then it's like, "Whoa, what's going on here?"
There was some real interesting beats on this show where with the stuff with what's her name, Raquel.
Yeah, she got blamed.
Interesting. It was not the route I saw this going.
You know what I think? I think they
Raquel,
know.
It was on you.
I think they know that Finn's pinning them against each other.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't take Judgment Day to be booked that smart.
Yeah.
So I think that's just a hope that I have.
Yeah. They can't be that smart. They had to fucking explain to Dom how the world works.
Yeah. So at the end of the day,
yeah.
I really do feel like as much as I would like them to know.
I think Balor's just manipulating them.
He's doing a good job too. And he's like,
someone said they would like for Balor to be that third man in the faction with it. I would have liked that a lot.
I would have liked it too.
That. It's
just he has to get out of where he's at first, and the timelines didn't match up.
It's still like it's just so frustrating. Why even put him in the match? I know why, because it keeps him in that scene,
which he deserves to be in.
Why couldn't Sammy take?
You know why he was there? Yeah, that's why he was there.
Why couldn't Sammy take?
Because he's pinned Balor.
I know, and it sucks because I honestly feel like he was doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
He was, but it is what it is, and I'm like,
I get it.
He gets paid the big bucks. That's why he's still around. Because if not, the way you're getting booked,
you can tell he likes his job.
You could skip this match. I don't give a shit.
I gave a shit. I liked it.
Did you?
I really enjoyed
Go ahead,
it.
talk about it.
I thought it was a good showcase for all three men. I thought it was really cool how New Day stuck to their little alliance, and they did a good job of keeping everyone strong.
War Raiders look strong as hell.
I thought this is the best War Raiders looked in a minute.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They've been looking a little funky.
It's just I don't care.
That's fair. I didn't care either. I just thought
It's not that I don't care about the War Raiders.
I don't care about the titles.
That's what it is.
I thought New Day did great in this match, just being the heels. They didn't have to wrestle much.
Please copy and paste SmackDown's tag division. the way that maybe even send some boys over.
Xavier Woods was cooking up a bit.
No,
that double foot. Like,
their
the thing
in ring is
yes,
fine.
it's just the
story.
The story's ass. The story is
I
ass.
don't care at all.
But they did a good job of like, they piqued my interest a bit.
Yeah,
That
but the thing
ending,
is, for me,
the finish.
For me,
Fantastic.
yes, it is in-ring work, but for WWE, you need that entertainment, and I'm barely entertained.
Yeah.
I am entertained by the pro wrestling, but I need story.
The entertainment, it sucks because you got like two of the most entertaining guys in the New Day, and they're not giving them the chance to really do much. Like, they're trying.
It's just who they're up against.
Mhm.
How are you supposed to make it entertaining against?
And you have two hosses. Like, it's the issue. You only supposed to have one hoss. One hoss in the scene.
Yeah.
And it sucks because it's the time of the times again where it's like, oh, we got our athletes back. Big, meaty men. You small boys are gone. And it really feels like we're getting to that. And that's why I like SmackDown's tag scene so much. It feels like it's the cruiserweight division.
Yeah, it does. And that's why I like it
good.
so much.
It's good. It was a good match. It was solid. I liked the ending a lot. Made Xavier Woods look real smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
They tricked him.
I hope we get something decent before the titles change over to Bronson, because the scene's not going to be good then.
Mm-mm.
I think when a faction holds on to all the belts, it's not good. And
No. The Bloodline did it okay.
they did it okay because the matches are still pumping. New Day versus this is while they're in the Bloodline. New Day versus Street Profits is one of the best tag matches of all time.
No, that's when they were doing their best work, I feel.
Gunther interrupted Jey Uso. Jey Uso comes out. He's got an okay promo. His promos are weird because like he does have the pattern now, and he's gone back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how we were talking about? It's kind of nice how he's not. But I kind of like the 4 letters,
1 word.
He's growing on me.
The thing, I'm so sick of Gunther and Jey Uso.
I am.
And it's gonna happen at It's gonna happen at SummerSlam, and
I think it's gonna be a better match.
I think that's when it gets the cash in.
Yeah, and I don't know who wins.
It has to be the cash in.
But
Money in the Bank
I don't know
there.
who wins the belt.
Seth.
No, yeah. Do you think he cashes in before the match can end?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. I think I would like that better than
They better set up for that.
because you're gonna hurt someone.
And you don't need the faction leader running around waiting for his shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. He's gonna win it, and at the next PLE he cashes it in.
The only thing that sucks is we're gonna lose Mr. Money in the Bank
Again.
Again.
It's
It's gonna be unfortunate. It was a good. Gunther did a good job of putting Jey over. Despite the crowds chanting, he always does a good job of stopping it. Like they still do it.
Tapped out.
But then he's like, I respect you. You did it. You did better than I thought you would. But that's not saying much.
What a dick.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's getting better too.
Yeah, no, he is.
Um.
He's being revitalized, and that's what I like about Gunther. It's
feels
just
fresh.
like I wish someone else was champion,
Yeah.
so he could go and beef them.
And it's gonna be him to beef with Cena. So
it's gonna be cool for that heel fighting from the bottom. Oh, that would be sick if they
I
moved him
need-
to SmackDown.
I need because the draft is coming.
Bro, move him to SmackDown. That's what he needs.
After that little feud with Jay, over to SmackDown, be Cena's last opponent.
My top
Him or
three,
Austin Theory for me.
my top 3 that I like see as a champion: Gunther, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre. Those are the 3 guys that I'm like, that would add prestige to the belt. They don't need the belt to make them. What do you care about? I mean, what I care about this match is the fuck up from Raquel and Roxanne Perez.
That was probably the biggest takeaway. The match itself was kind of ass.
No chemistry.
It was really, really chunky. It felt really weird. Like it felt like
I feel bad for Kairi Sane because she had like 2 of those already.
it sucks. She keeps getting put in like these. She was cooking with Rhea. Like they were cooking. Like that was match was good. It just sucks that her run is so weird right now. And like you could tell Triple H is trying to like, hey guys, Kyrie's really fucking good. Look. And then like she has to wrestle someone who isn't fucking good. Liv is good for different reasons.
It's like
than
your
Kyrie,
car's
though.
making noises, you take it to the mechanic, and it's like, oh, it's not.
Yeah. It's like, oh.
I saw this funny meme that it's like, I only make those sounds for you. But we're almost there. We're almost at the end. Maybe we could keep it under an hour.
Maybe. We'll see. I thought the Raquel and Roxanne spot was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought I was really upset. I thought Kyrie was gonna lose again. I was like, wow, what are we doing? And then for her to get the win was nice.
Yeah, she needs it, especially after taking a pin that she wasn't supposed to.
And I think that's what this was. And I like how they kind of pushed at it because they were like, you're never gonna make it in the Money in the Bank, and Liv's like, I'm gonna go ask for a match right now, actually. And then Kyrie starts screaming at her in Japanese and goes like, me, you, or something
Tonight.
El Grande Americana. But it was good. It wasn't my favorite match.
No.
I was pretty disappointed. I remember
didn't
texting
like
him.
it.
I'm like, they have no chemistry.
Yeah.
And you can feel it. And it sucks because Kyrie, you can tell Kyrie was getting frustrated. She beat the shit out of Liv at one point.
A little bit, yeah.
She was fucking her up. And then I think Liv was like, please, like lighten up. And then her hit started looking like shit. And then out of nowhere, Kyrie hits this crazy fucking back fist and starts fucking her up again. You can't fuck with Kyrie. She got thrown. Some of these girls got thrown around by like some beast in Japan. So you gotta fight. You gotta fight with them.
I can't wait to see her prosper.
I hope she does. I'm fearing that she's in line for a release. It feels like this is a very sink or swim for her, and I hope she starts.
Well, I hope her
soon.
opponents help her.
Yeah. For being assaulted right now. What's next? I think it's the main.
Is it?
No, the Lyra Valkyrie promo. We talked about this a little bit earlier.
Yeah, no, we did. And we hit the spots that it needed to. It's good. It's elevating both of them. That's
Right.
the one thing about this feud. She's not just putting over the rookie. She's elevating herself throughout it too.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
She's
And the more she elevates herself, the more it's also elevating Lyra. So
Yeah.
the more Liv comes up, freaking Lyra comes up with her. That's my parents coming home
oh,
from
okay.
work.
I was
You're getting
I was
scared?
watching it. No, I was just well.
He was scared.
And no, he wasn't. Black? Alistair Black?
It's just Eddie. Yeah, they're jamming.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are picking that up, but
It's gonna pick up.
Little
But
bit.
I thought it was a good promo. I hope they don't keep up with this. Like, I hope they don't make this too long term. I know there was another match in line after the ending of the last one. I think Becky's winning this one in Money in the Bank because she did the thing.
Yep.
Where she's like, "Well,
If I don't win this
I'll
one,
never
yeah.
challenge for this title again," and she's gonna win the belt.
hopefully it'll bring prestige to it, even though it does have
Also,
a lot of prestige on her.
Lyra's finally getting over with the crowd.
Yeah,
The
so she
crowd
doesn't
is-
need it.
The crowd is finally doing the ooh, ooh.
Woo!
Yeah, it's
Woo!
cool. What's next?
The main event was a good match.
Triple threats.
Picked up at the end.
So when they announced this match, I was so hype.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
this is gonna be good.
Bro, I ran to the TV. I ran.
This match is so carried by the finish.
Yeah, it was. And you know what it was that I liked about it the most? I was like, oh shit, yep, Judgment Day is coming like they need to, because you got two factions in a fight, and they go back to the Dom spot. The Dom spot where he slides in the chair and fucks it all up. And I literally said, he just fucked it up.
Yeah, you could tell. You knew the curb stomp was coming.
Yeah.
What I did like before the match, Karrion Kross goes to Sami Zayn. You're never gonna be champion, which has me thinking we're gonna get Sami Zayn as world champion.
Yeah, and I hope Karrion Kross is the one to dethrone him.
Do you see Sami Zayn being the one that dethrones Seth Rollins?
Yeah, that could work. That could really work.
I think.
But I also think that's also maybe like a first feud. It's either he dethrones him or it's a first feud to put him over.
that sucks. But
That's what it is, though.
yeah.
I really do think
it sucks
that.
that he's always that guy.
Yeah, and he does a really good job at it.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they're good
I mean, shit,
wrestlers.
he's in a better position than Finn.
Yeah.
So
Sucks.
can't be too mad.
It sucks that we're like in the position where like all my guys that like I waited so long to see them get their time, and they all ended up in like such unfortunate like situations. Like Finn, I was gonna eat with Finn.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt in the match with Rollins, and then he never ate again. And then he had then he went back to NXT, and then he had a fucking awesome second run in NXT.
Yeah.
I thought it was better than his first. And then they brought him back on like it's over. The Prince is here. We're gonna eat. It's good eats for everybody.
Nope.
No,
It was not good eats for anyone.
no. He had bangers though.
Check this out. It was Braun Breaker and Bronson's Reed first day on the job, and they go towards the ramp and let Seth die. He got folded. He did the fentanyl fold for the sound.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
He didn't have SZA to hold him up.
Nope.
SZA.
No, he didn't have it. He didn't have it. And we did keep it under an hour.
Good for us.
I
I thought this was a pretty good podcast considering.
You guys might like this one a little bit more.
Probably I like it a little more.
You guys might like the speed run.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we covered 3 events, not just 2. And usually 2 takes us an hour and a half.
I wish we did this for Mania.
Yeah, I wish we sped run through it, but we might not get as good as clips. But
I don't
fuck
think
it.
there's much to clip from this one.
But you guys will see clips.
The clips that are coming are good. If you can, please subscribe to the Patreon. You're gonna get a real good podcast.
I'm more excited about that one than anything. And the thing is, scared a little bit. So that's
it's interesting. We've never been so open about like a subject.
no. And once we opened up, the three of us, we really opened up. So it's like, check it out for real.
Yeah.
And just to send y'all off, let me do a little something special for you guys. Oh no, let me try.
The wonder
the wonder of the world is gone. I'm just throwing shit for you guys.
New setup, new Mark's World. We'll see you next week.